What's up? Okay, this is my first video ever, so I'm a little excited and nervous and all of the little jittery things that go on with seeing your face on the internet. And yeah, basically being in public. The public eye. The public eye is what I meant. Okay, so I'm doing a video on the toner Blonde Brilliance. I don't know if you can see this. This is a developer, and this is the toner, and I got it in platinum because they have another one that is a rose color, and they also have another, I think it was like wheat, golden wheat, and I didn't want either of those. I want more like an icy color, like something that you would get like from Wella T18, which I feel like dries my hair out really bad. So I'm going to try something different. And yeah, so I haven't found a lot of videos on this product, and I don't know why. It's right beside of the Wella, and it's about the same price. Actually, I think the developer is actually cheaper because you get like, I mean, it's not like the big jug or anything, but I think this is enough. And another good thing about this is it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so you're using less product, which means that you're in the end spending less money. So I spent about, this was $3, this was $4, so like $7. And then you need like a random bowl. I had this really ugly like butter leftover thing that I've washed and reusing, and my comb. And I have gone from red, lots of shades of red actually, and then to a when I first did my hair, it was an orange because I bleached it, but I used it was like a box bleach, I think, and it was it was like a platinum. I think it was Revlon? No, it was Faria. And that probably would have been fine if I didn't have such dark hair. But it was definitely like pumpkin orange for a while. And I got really tired of that, but my hair was kind of damaged because of the bleach. So I waited a little while, and I just kept going and going, and until it was like the right blonde light color that I wanted. And then I would just tone it like every 3 weeks or so, or until it was like yellow enough. And there's a siren. And so I've tried a lot of toners, and I'd never tried this one. So I figured I would go ahead and do it. So I'm going to first off, I'm going to take down my hair, brush it really good so there's not a lot of tangles in it. And I've done a strand test, and I think it's a little bit darker than I was like going for, but it's not yellow, so that's good. I might avoid like my really bright bits because I don't want them to be purpley, and I left the strand tests for 20 minutes, and I think I might just leave it on for about 10, which would be better. So yeah, so I'm just gonna be doing my brushing, and then I'm going to section off my hair. Starting with the back. And need clips. this video is gonna get, guys. Never done this before. I'm using my phone and everything, so I don't know. I need to try this. So I'm going to mix probably about half of this because I don't usually use a lot of product. I can usually save about half of it. Yeah, it smells really good too. It's much better than the Wella toners. So I'm just gonna keep squeezing. Ooh, look at that! Look at that action. Okay, so yeah, there I have about that much, and it's like an ounce, I would say, because there's 2 ounces in this tube, and I used about half of it. So yeah, and if I need more, I can just mix it in the process. And then I'm going to take this stuff that also smells very good, and I'm going to eyeball it because I can usually get them about even. If you need to measure it, then measure it by all means. And I don't feel like I've even used that much. So I'm just going to mix, yeah, and yeah. So you don't even smell the chemicals really. So that's a really good plus. Because with the Wella, it's overwhelming. Okay, so yeah, there it is. I know the lighting is pretty shitty right now, but it'll be okay. I feel like this will be fine. This will be a good video. Okay, so I'm just gonna start painting. And the great thing about toner is it washes out, so if you don't like it, you can just wash your hair. It's not gonna be permanent because it's a very semi-process. Comes out in about 3 weeks, so you don't really have to worry about getting stuck with the color that it comes out, which is really nice because if you're, well, of course you are, if you're anything like me and you like changing your hair color, which is why you do it at home, then this will be great for you because you don't have to worry about it staying for very long. Because when I had my red, which some of my pieces are still a little pink because of the red that I had on my hair before, even though I've bleached it like 4 or 5 times. And it's a very stubborn color to remove from your hair. And see, I'm gonna leave, this is pretty white, so I'm not gonna worry about toning that because it's not gonna turn yellow. And so I'm just going through thoroughly in here. Probably not as thoroughly as I should. I'm not a professional. I forgot to mention that. I'm not a professional, and I just like to experiment with my hair. And if I went to the salon every single time I wanted to do that, then I would be out a lot of more money than I spend doing it myself. And that's it. So people that do that have the money to do that, that's perfectly well, but I do not. And so this works for me, and I really don't care if I'm doing something wrong, like, or, because I don't care. Um, one second. I use my brush to section off the hair again. And yeah, so I really don't care if you have input that would help me and you think that would be great for me. That's fine. But if you have negative comments about how I'm doing this the wrong way, you can just fuck off. I don't want to hear it. But anyway, so what I was saying is toners deposit color onto your hair. So it's not gonna take a long time for them to get out of your hair. Now I used a 050 for Wella onto my hair before I bleached it last, and my hair wasn't quite as white as it should have been when I put that color on, and it turned out very greenish tint, and I was not too happy about that because I've spent a lot of time trying to get my hair to this nice blonde color, and I felt like it had all gone to waste, but not to have worried because I just washed my hair about a dozen times and it came out. So, and then I bleached it again because it wasn't quite as light as I would like for it to be. And see, this is it looks a little gray, so I don't think I'm going to leave it on for very long. And I'm only putting it on my pretty golden parts. I'm not exactly gonna put it like necessarily everywhere. And my hair was dry, so it'll be a little bit more intense than it would be on wet hair. So if you don't want it to be quite as colored, and I'm just using my fingers because developer isn't very strong, so I'm not too worried about my hands. I'm gonna get my roots really good because before when I dyed it turns pretty yellow. So yeah, that's into my hair pretty yellow. I'm just gonna add some more to this side because it's not completely saturated. So this is just to take out some of the yellow color and make it a little more even. probably skip through this part so you guys won't even hear me talking, but I don't know yet. That's the beauty. The beauty of it. So, like I said, it would probably be a lot easier if your hair is all one color. But my hair isn't because of all of the things that I have recently done to it. And so I'm having to take a little bit more of a strategic approach to this. And I mean, toning is easy compared to other hair processes. So if you're not like super experienced at this, you don't have to worry about it being too weird. I feel like I have a lot more hair than I actually do. Or either that, it's a lot thicker than it was before I started bleaching it, which is weird. It's just I have very fine hair, so anytime I expose it to chemicals, it's damaged. Pretty damaged. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely hit these darker spots up here because my roots are very orange. And orange ain't pretty. I kinda got hot roots, which ain't cute. So I'm just hitting these. And then all of my darker blonde, like orangey, yellowy parts, I'm going to hit with this. See these? This yellow. It's pretty yellow, so. And I usually use the brush this way because I feel like if you get a sharp line, it doesn't look as good on in a toner. It's less likely that you'll be able to see a sharp line. But if you're doing bleach, you can tell if you put it on too blotchy. It'll turn out blotchy, and it won't look as natural. Which bleach hair never looks natural, but more natural than if you had naturally blonde hair. Yeah, so it's 20 minutes long. Oh my god, I'm just gonna have to go through and edit this shit because it's pretty long. It's getting pretty drawn out. So And just if you've already bleached your hair, you know that your roots develop a lot faster than the rest of your hair. So if you're doing your roots for this, you will want to do those last. And that way some of it will be more whitish than the other parts. I'm gonna put some more product. And these are drying out on me, and that's a bad thing. It's not good. So yeah. And I kind of want more natural look, so that's why I'm not hitting all of my hair, which if you have natural hair, you have more than one color, so there are different shades of blonde that you would normally naturally have in your hair, like a golden color. Golden color and a lighter baby blonde, and then a darker, like, undertone color. Whew, there we go. Yeah, so I'm going to get these last parts. Maybe hit them with a little more than the others because this goes in the front and I want it to be nice and bright. Because naturally your hair around your face is a lot lighter than the hair that's in the back. And my hair is really damaged, and I think this stuff will be a lot better on the overall condition of my hair. Okay, I'm getting my bangs. I'm gonna put those a little better. And I already feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about this. So, missed some. I don't like to waste, so I try to use as much of the product as I can. And if I have leftover, I usually will rub it on a little more product, even if it doesn't really need it, just so that it doesn't dry up and stop um, stop reacting with my hair. So I'm just going to And my hair naturally is about level 5. Level 5 auburn brown. It's not completely brown. It's not completely auburn. And it is very, so many red tones, red undertones in my hair. It's crazy. They're so orangey and red whenever you bleach them. Like I said, my hair was about a pumpkin color, which wasn't cute. It kind of looked almost peach, I guess. And it was right at Halloween. My mom helped me, and I was so mad because I didn't think it was gonna turn that color. Thought my hair was falling out, which I'm surprised that it hasn't started falling out as much as I have processed it. Okay, so I've gone over all the parts that I really wanted to get. Well, maybe let's go back through here and hit my roots a little bit more. And just kind of, it's pretty tangly at this point because of the product, but it's not impossible. If you've done this with bleach, because you have to go back in and get all of your roots so that it doesn't process faster than your ends. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and go put some more product. And the girl at Sally's helped me out a lot. She was really cool. She had naturally blonde hair, and she said that she had been dyeing her hair for a really long time, and she was so helpful. I do not remember what her name is, but I live in Virginia, and we live pretty close to a Marine base, and we just moved here, and they already know me, so that's fine. I'll deal with that, I guess, because the girls in Jayville, North Carolina, knew me pretty well too, because I was always in there, because I was always changing my hair color and experimenting with the toners and whatnot. And always ask questions, because usually they have someone in there who knows their stuff. Sometimes they don't. You just have to ask and not be shy about it. Okay. So I'm going to leave this on my head. I don't know. I'll see what it looks like in about 5 or 10 minutes, I guess. I'm just going to paint this on my ends because that seems to be the most stubborn part of my hair besides my roots. So my hair is pretty tangly at this point. Just gotta work through it. And it's starting to turn purple, which is a good sign. It means that it's activating the anti-yellowing parts. And I like to rub it in even more after I get it in there, because the more heat, the more it processes. I'm just going to be like this. I don't know how this is going to turn out, so if it's bad, it's bad, I guess. I'll just have to deal with it. I like what's going on, what I see. I like what I see. Alright, so I'm just going to come back whenever I'm satisfied with the color, and I will show you guys when I'm done. Yeah. So, bye.